467-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
If you've ever wanted to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and didn't know where to start, Janney King Gulf Coast has already built a foundation for you. With guaranteed initial customers, hands-on training, and ongoing local support, you'll never feel like you're doing it alone, because you won't be. For over 35 years, we've helped people turn their dreams into real successful businesses. Take the next step. Discover a business built for you at JanneyKingCleans.com.
It's time to show Mom how much you appreciate her with a Jenny Lynn's floral creation for Mother's Day. Skip the grocery store flowers and make one quick call, 285-1000. Roses, lilies, beautiful bouquets, and gift baskets designed just for Mom. Call Jenny Lynn's Creations, 285-1000. The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Jay Scott joins the group as Rich Thomas brings you the timeline for April 27th here at 627.
117 days now into the year. 248 days are left. National Gummy Bear Day. National Tell a Story Day. It's National Prime Rib Day, and I am a prime ribaholic. I really do love prime rib. A lot of restaurants, you can't get it at lunch because it cooks all day long, and you have to wait till dinner. It is Pampered Dog Day. I believe we have one of those here in the studio. Yeah, it's a pampered dog, I would say. It's Babe Ruth Day. Now, I'm not sure why they picked April 27th for Babe Ruth Day. 22-year career. He finished with the Braves. The Sultan of Swat. Babe Ruth. Babe, was it Herman? I'm sorry. What's his full name?
George Herman Ruth.
George Herman Ruth. Yeah.
Born February 6th, 1895 or so.
And as we just found out, a lot of people are off today because it's Confederate Memorial Day.
And Tecumseh's birthday, both.
Hard to believe that Confederate Memorial Day is still being celebrated. It's highly controversial when they are tearing down, statues everywhere. 1773, British Parliament passes unpopular Tea Act, leads the seeds for the American Revolution. Tomorrow, King Charles will be speaking to Congress. He arrives this afternoon in Washington. 1822, President Ulysses S. Grant is born in Point Pleasant, Ohio. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Ohio has the most presidents
You are correct.
Born.
Quite a few. Grant, McKinley, Harding.
Taft? Was Taft?
Taft.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
146 years ago, 1880, Francis Clark.
Garfield.
Oh, was Garfield, Ohio, too?
Yes.
1880, Francis Clark and M.G. Foster patented the electric hearing aid.
What?
That's what I heard. 1956, heavyweight champ Rocky Marciano retires. He was undefeated from boxing. 63, Little Peggy March started a 3-week run at number 1 with I Will Follow Him. At 15 years, 1 month, and 13 days old, Little Peggy March became the youngest female singer to have a U.S. number 1 record.
I think she's still around.
She is. As a matter of fact,
And living in Paris?
My buddy Flash Phelps, who's on Sirius XM Satellite Radio, just had a birthday, and she phoned in on his birthday. And she does it every year. She was in Germany when she made that
Germany?
phone call.
What's wrong with the Little Peggy Marches we got here?
Since we're talking about, here's a Beatles song. This is a solo Beatles song. In fact, this solo Beatle had the most solo songs with just his name on it than any of the others. So who would that be?
George Harrison.
No.
Ringo.
Ringo is right. A bunch of successful solo hits. One time led the pack. Ringo co-wrote this with George, by the way. 1973. All I got is this damn photograph of you on the timeline.
Make it the day you went away. Make it till you come home scared to stay.
If I'm not mistaken, he's a year older than Paul. Is that right? Ringo?
Yeah, I think he's the oldest of the group. I think
Yeah.
he's now 86. Shall we check? I'll ask an expert.
How old is Ringo Starr?
Ringo Starr is 85 years old.
He was born July 7th, 1940, by the way. All right. On the stage in 81, speaking of Ringo Starr, this is the day he married actress Barbara Bach, his co-star in the movie Caveman. Paul McCartney and George Harrison were also at that wedding. Same day in 81, Xerox Star Computer Workstation featuring the first commercially available mouse made its debut. 83, Nolan Ryan, Houston Astros, struck out his 3,500 ninth batter of his career. He passed Walter Johnson as the all-time strikeout king. Nolan Ryan, 83.
He's 83?
No, in 1983.
Oh.
In 1983. How old is Nolan Ryan?
76.
Nolan Ryan is 79 years old.
79?
That's right.
Oh, my God.
On the state in 2006, construction started on the 776-foot tower, the World Trade Center in New York City, called One World Trade Center. I've been there. The building opened in October of 2014. All the elevators that take you up the observation deck have LED walls showing a computer-animated time-lapse of New York being built and rebuilt over the past 500 years. Pretty cool. By the way, the companion museum next door is a must-see in your life. You've got to. Doctors had to drill a hole. I'm sorry. 2006, Keith Richards was hospitalized, mild concussion, after he fell out of a palm tree
Remember this.
while vacationing in the Fiji Islands. Doctors had to drill a hole in his skull to drain the blood clot in his brain. He had to remove part of the skull in a second operation after part of his brain collapsed. Of course, we'll never forget this day in history.
You will outlive us all, friends.
We will never forget this day in history. We've talked about it. April 27, 2011, not only the biggest super outbreak of tornadoes in U.S. history, unfortunately, Alabama was the epicenter. With 62 tornadoes, 252 people died here in Alabama. And I can't believe that could happen in modern times, that many deaths.
Yeah, but you know what? Considering it could have been far worse, because the worst, as bad as Tuscaloosa was, there were worse.
Oh, sure.
And they mostly hit tiny rural areas, bad enough that people died there. If all of them had hit big metro areas, we got lucky. You know,
Birmingham certainly got lucky from that tornado that hit Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa.
It moved just north of the city of Birmingham. That tornado was on the ground for 84 miles.
I remember when Span was ruining how many lives were lost that day, and I said, you know what? If it hadn't been for the job that you did and Rich Thomas did, it probably would have been far worse.
And unfortunately, my buddy James takes it personally.
Yes. You know who else does that? You.
Yeah. Well,
I don't mean to call you out, but
yeah.
Jay, I don't think I was more nervous for anything in my life than being the ballpark announcer Saturday.
You did a great job.
I mean, I was twisted in knots from Friday night until the game started. And he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear. Yeah, I definitely wanted to be part of that.
I brought that up for a different reason, but I forgot because I'm getting up there.
Just to put the cap on this day in history, there were 19 EF3s that day. 19! 11 EF4s. Wow! And 4 EF5s? We just went a decade without an EF5 until earlier this year. 2018, historic Korean summit. North Korea's Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae in South Korea officially met. Birthday, Sheena Easton, who still takes the morning train, is 67. See, Ace.
I'm going to play that some morning. Everybody here can take the train to work our sophisticated high-speed rail system.
Ace Frehley would have been 75. Kiss guitar legend. We just lost him. Kate Pearson of the B-52s is 78. Cy Robertson, who is he? U.S. He's from Duck Dynasty. He's 78. Casey Kasem died in 2014. Boy, what a fiasco that was.
I think he was buried a year later.
Yeah. Radio legend, of course.
And somewhere in Europe, right? Like Norwegia?
Somewhere in the Norwegian country, or the that part of the world, yeah. 2014, he died.
We should play something to honor him.
Oh, yeah. I love it when he went off on, damn it, giving me, oh, well, I'll let him do it.
We're going to hear it right after the Grassroots.
Okay. 13 days till Mother's Day, 28 days till Memorial Day, 4th of July, 68 days away, and Thanksgiving, 213 days away. That is your timeline.
With your host, Rich Thomas, at 6:38. Casey?
We're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo damn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but damn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a damn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a up-tempo record every time I do a damn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week.
Yeah.
It's a last damn time. I want somebody to use his brain to not come out of a damn record that is that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a dog dying.
You'll never hear that kind of ill-tempered behavior on this station.
I've never heard him step out of the Casey Kasem mold.
By the way, that was the voice of Jesse Lynn, who will be joining me on Happy Hour tomorrow. Today we got David Blackman. And, oh, God, he just put out a morning blog. And he really ripped the president, and I think for good reason. If you want to check it out, David Blackman at Substack.com. davidblackman.substack.com, and see what he has to say. For those of you who are contemplating a move, I know somebody who is. They're already stressed to the max. Don't let the move kill you. Use a professional. Trying to find enough friends and trucks and gather up all of that, and we'll cook some wieners when we're done. Come on. There is nothing better than using a professional like the Motivated Movers at Admiral Movers. Now, I recently had to do this. I had a couple of full rooms, tons of clothes and boxes filled with God knows what. I didn't feel like gathering all that up. And I scheduled it in between two shows on a weekday. Guess what? They met me at 9:30. By 1:30 in the afternoon, they had everything in the new address 11 miles away and out of the truck, and they were on their way. I couldn't believe I had an hour to breathe before I came in to do the show because they know what they're doing and they don't break your stuff. They're just, there are techniques and things. It's not just lifting boxes and all of that. When they have a plan, when it comes to a move, it's amazing. And then all you have to do is unpack, which can be a job itself. At least give yourself that break. I think it's hiring a professional is one of the best investments you can make in life. So please, if you're planning a move, give that consideration. Reach out at 657-1410 for Admiral Movers. Mark DePlanch and the team over there really know what they're doing. That's the second time I've used them, and they've been great. I mean, just absolutely great both times. Last time they had to move even more, and they still got it done in between shows. Amazing when they know what they're doing. 642, let's go back to Rich.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Of course, what happened in Washington took a lot of the focus off of a big tornado weekend in the middle of the country, and people lost their lives. And the tornado chasers will be out today, tomorrow, maybe even Wednesday as well, as this multi-day event continues. For us, though, we're quiet today. Very warm, high around 87. We'll say mostly sunny today. Partly cloudy tonight, low in the mid-60s, 88 the high on Tuesday with a sun and cloud mix, and maybe some spotty storms by tomorrow afternoon, but we're keeping a closer eye on Tuesday night into Wednesday. Better chance of showers and thunderstorms becoming likely. Some of the storms strong, possibly severe. Noticeably cooler Wednesday with a high in the upper 70s on Thursday, low 50s Thursday night, and a second storm system with the next round of showers and storms arriving by Friday night into Saturday. Right now this morning, 61 at Maxwell, 58 out at Danley Field at 644.
CB&S Bank, serving families and communities since 1906. Proud to be named 16th best performing bank nationally in their asset category by American Banker. Learn more at cbsbank.com. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Jay, I'll be very interested in tomorrow's timeline because it's a very special day.
Yeah, I don't do the timeline, though.
Well, I'm talking to you and ignoring Rich at the moment.
Okay.
This is a hint for him.
Oh,
No, about
but tomorrow
somebody with a middle name Benjamin.
Tomorrow would be my 21st anniversary.
Yeah,
arriving in Montgomery.
It's in the timeline. I remember it.
And then April 29th, I wish we had audio. Jay was training me.
Yeah, no audio from that.
And I remember we gave away a Hardee's Thick Burger.
We did. It was Hardee's. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
On coupons shaped like hamburgers.
And outside of playing phone calls and songs at the same time and a few other things, I picked you let me solo the following Tuesday.
You did fantastic. Got to use that 360 thing so well.
Solo. It sounded like an airplane.
He did. He went solo.
Well, I mean, I've run my own board, but it was just, I hadn't run this type of system before.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I'd say I've got this mastered. Except when I play records, then I get a little bit awkward.
What you got queued up on turntable number 1?
Done that. That was funny. I got hired to fill in at ABC FM in Detroit. Mm-hmm. In Chicago, everything was on a cartridge, and we had engineers that did everything. All you did was point your finger.
Right, because it was a union shop.
Yeah. Tell them what you want next.
Yep.
It was so easy.
Mm-hmm.
I get to Detroit, I land, and the program director, a guy named Larry Berger, who was quite successful in radio, said, "Do you know how to run a board?" And I said, "Well, no, because we have engineers in Chicago." He says, "We're going to have to learn by 7 o'clock tonight." We went to Riff, WRIF, and I sat with the great Art Penhallow. Some of our locals may remember that name if they came from the Michigan area. And I was ready to go that night.
That was so Riff was the FM and the AM was the famous WXYZ.
And a guy named Dick Pertner was really one of the best morning guys
Oh, famous
in the
name.
history of the business.
Famous name, yes.
So that was very cool. Pardon me when I take a look at my schedule. I did make it to food. Oh man, that was an awesome Sunday lunch yesterday.
Bacon wrapped tenderloin, pork tenderloin.
Hey, did you enjoy your last burger?
I have not had it yet. Yeah. Just the way things shaped out Friday and the weekend, I just didn't.
Let me hold the microphone to my heart.
Sorry, man. So like Friday, I didn't have my car because it was over at Don Duncan getting
Yes.
all kinds of fixed. All kinds of.
I guess
fixed.
it needed a little work.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to pick that up until Saturday after my show.
Oh.
After they had closed. It's still in the fridge back there. I'll be taking it home today.
Oh, well, I mean, it's still good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely having it for dinner tonight. I say today.
And of course, speaking of Don Duncan, if you're planning on traveling to visit Mommy for Mother's Day, make sure you get your car in for the pre-trip checkup, diagnostics, tire rotation, oil check, everything, so that your visit, whether it's a short drive or a longer one, you'll be able to make it with the confidence that you've done everything you can to be prepared for that trip, just like your mother would insist. At Don Duncan, they got 4 locations. They can handle any situation your car needs, from new tires to windshield wipers. They accept car insurance repair policies, and boy, they do everything they can to accommodate your service need. If you need a lift back to work or a lift back to Don Duncan to get your car, whatever. And by the way, open today, downtown. Be a good day to go because a lot of the government workers are off. So you can sit while you wait while you get your works taken care of. Or Doug Mitchell's got a great group. Is that where you went?
Yes.
How was Dougie?
He was not there.
Oh.
Yeah, he was not there Friday. Wasn't there Saturday.
Oh.
Well, no, he wasn't there Saturday either. That I saw.
Well, 2 in Millbrook. Mitch Duncan has the group high atop Mount Duncan, the hill behind the McDonald's on Highway 14, and a little further down the road on Cusada in Millbrook. Top-notch technicians, great customer service, and you can earn yourself a free service by joining the VIP club, where they serve champagne for breakfast. Where do these inadvertent belches come from, man? That makes me nuts. Anyway, Rich, you have one coming, right? Service?
A belch?
No.
No.
Let's listen as Rich Thomas.
I do, and I think this time, I'm just guessing, that it might be time for tires, and it might be time for brakes this next time. But the works will be free for me.
Alrighty, as we hit 10, we got the cheap and trashy coming up, and your calls are welcome at 334-272-9228. I guess the way with the day, with the Confederate Memorial Day, this works out well for people, because I got to tell you, the weekend was exhausting and especially stressful with the whole situation Saturday night. Here is Salem Radio Network News.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The suspect in the latest assassination attempt on President Trump is due in court later today in Washington, D.C. In an anti-Trump manifesto allegedly written by 31-year-old Cole Allen, the writer labels himself a friendly federal assassin. President Trump says all the signs of a troubled mind were there before the gunman opened fire outside a White House media dinner in the Washington Hilton. The suspect is a teacher. He hails from Torrance, California. House lawmakers may vote today on a bipartisan funding package, fully funding the Department of Homeland Security, and that includes the Secret Service, thereby ending a long-running partial government shutdown. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures so far have been mixed. The Dow futures are down 77 points, while the NASDAQ futures 22 points higher. S&P futures down 5 points. This is SRN News.
Right now, our Jewish friends feel forgotten. There's a Jewish woman named Esther I'd like to tell you about. In Israel, Esther is living through days and nights of fear. Sirens sounding, rockets falling, long stretches spent in a bomb shelter. At 84, Esther is elderly and alone. No help, no food deliveries, no medical care. In a war zone. But because of friends like you, Esther is not alone. Through the fellowship, you're there, bringing food, meeting urgent needs, and reminding Jewish people like Esther, you are not forgotten. Esther asked that you hear these words. To those who give, you are doing a very great mitzvah, a good deed. You give from your hearts. May God protect you. Your prayers for God's protection and for the peace of Jerusalem give Jewish people like Esther hope. Stand with Israel in prayer by visiting supportifcj.org. That's supportifcj.org.
Well, we continue to look really good all over the area this morning. Traffic really beginning to build now. We're seeing more folks on the interstates inbound. Wetumpka Highway, busy. Troy Highway looking busy as well. Highways 331 and 80, light to moderate. 31 out of Prattville looking good. We will keep you updated. If you have less than perfect credit, McKenna Nissan may have the plan for you. Talk to David and explore your options. They'll do everything possible to have you driving today. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 of I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I've rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
Hunger doesn't always look the way you think, but it's closer than you realize. On Saturday, May 9th, join the Budget Bites battle at the Heart of Alabama Food Bank and turn awareness into action. Teams will go head-to-head, creating a full meal for $5 per person or less in just 60 minutes. Every $1 raise provides 5 meals for neighbors in need. Now we need you. Register your team today at hafb.org. Deadline is May 2nd. Be part of the solution. Cook with purpose, fight hunger one meal at a time.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Hi, folks. This is Rick Clark with Clark Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. I'd like to take just a minute to talk to you about our experience with Blue Water Broadcast. One of the hot topics in our staff meetings is spending advertising dollars. If your company or firm is anything like Clark Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, those dollars are limited, so you have to spend them wisely. That's why we choose Blue Water Broadcasting. Our marketing analysis has proven consistently that spending advertising dollars with Blue Water Broadcasting has contributed significantly to our bottom line. And for that, Clark Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing is truly grateful. So, if you want to spend your advertising dollars wisely, choose Blue Water Broadcasting and see the difference.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The premier place the river region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
There's no business in show business to live events we can't go.
Wow. Time for the cheap and trashy celebrity gossip and showbiz report. I'm your cheap and trashy anchor, Greg Goodell. I was cut out to do this job. All right, I'm going to leave the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting out of it, save for maybe one comment. That's that knucklehead Dana White.
Yeah, really.
This guy.
That was a little.
I did not like him at the Republican convention. I don't, frankly, know what he was doing there. Where did this go? Here he is. There's a ton of stuff on this today.
Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was a pretty crazy, unique experience.
Awesome.
It's like,
yeah.
Like he paid for a ticket to experience this.
Yeah.
Come experience what it's like to be in an active shooter situation.
Oh, man, awesome.
Well, that was a great ride.
What a weekend.
I still think back to the convention and the night he accepted the nomination, and I got to look at Curly from the Three Stooges introducing the next president. So we'll set this aside and talk about Cole Allen Thomas. To me, always when somebody takes a shot at the president, except for the women, it was Squeaky Fromm. Who was the other one?
Oh God! If you wouldn't
have. The women don't get the three names.
No,
the men do. It's just the way it works out. Anthony Kiedis, who is he? Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah.
Okay. Defends the 33-year age gap with his girlfriend. They were first seen together last November. She's defending their 33-year age gap in a new essay for Vogue. She doesn't mention Anthony by name. She does say her boyfriend is in his 60s and has a house in Hawaii. You don't think that's the reason she likes this guy, do you? It's my first time dating somebody significantly older. I joke with friends that I've been missing out my whole life. There is something to be said for a man who simply had more time to get his crap together. My much older boyfriend seems genuinely excited to be with me, not like he's biding his time before he can swipe for someone better. He's full aware that he's one lucky bastard.
There's just certain people who gravitate towards older folks.
I recently saw an article about one of the guys in ABBA. He's 79.
Bjorn?
I don't know if he's Bjorn. Might have been Husker Du.
Who's the other one? Benny?
One of them. 79 years old. And there was a whole article. I can't keep up with it anymore. I'm too old for this.
Yeah, there's Benny Anderson and Bjorn Ulvaeus or something. I don't know. Curious which one it was.
Sounds like something a gynecologist would
Bjorn or Benny.
Michael Lopa with $97 million as more allegations arise. Dominic and Connie Casio have 5 kids. Back in 2010, they were making press conference tours a year after Michael's death. They described themselves as his second family. Now they claim that Michael abused 4 of their kids at Neverland Ranch on tour stops and during random trips together.
But the movie had to avoid much of the sexual allegations because of agreements.
Yeah, like this. But here's what happened. Supposedly, the payments in hush money stopped years ago. Now they're suing the Jackson estate for the rest of the money. It did make $97 million over the weekend. And I know the movie Maven watched it, so we'll find out what she says about it. I saw a clip. The kid that plays him at a young age was really impressive. I will say that.
I'm going to look up the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Jonah Hill says that Rihanna has weed that makes you poop. This is the news.
Weed that makes you, yeah.
Do you know who Matthew Lillard is?
Yes.
He's been making a comeback in Hollywood. He says it's thanks to nostalgia. He's part of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise and will be on the upcoming Carrie series. They're making a series out of Carrie?
I guess. I did not know that.
Neither.
Hey, so here's the numbers on. First of all, we know the critics hated it, 38%, but the 97% of the audience, 97. Michael.
Well, they got an interesting look at how songs are made. I mean, at least in the segment I watched. Matthew doesn't think that anybody in Hollywood actually likes him. They just miss the old times. What's on TV tonight? Oh boy, more NBA playoffs. American Idol at 8. Oh boy. Funny AF with Kevin Hart on Netflix premieres tonight. If you enjoy listening to a shrieking parrot for an hour or two. And then just odds and ends here. Wow, we're wrapping up. We're on time. Don't I have something else I can play here that would be interesting? Hang on one sec. Now I know it's a holiday. I can take a casual approach. We'll go back to the Michael movie here because I just mentioned that part of the enjoyment for a viewer is watching how songs are made. Here is Michael Jackson's a cappella demo for the song Beat It.
No one wants to beat it.
All right, now here's Eddie Van Halen performing Beat It with Michael Jackson.
Now, in the movie,
awful. I don't know why it's here.
I don't either.
In the movie, did the actor who played Michael do any of the vocal stuff?
I believe so.
He did?
I believe so.
It's his nephew. Who is it?
They're related.
Early on,
they are.
When Michael was just getting started and the Motown guys were starting to figure out how talented he was, they realized they wanted him to stand still at the microphone and sing, but he couldn't do it. He needed to be able to
right.
gyrate while he was singing.
Yeah.
And they realized they had a star on their hands. Oh, and the guy that plays Michael's father is every bit as evil as you would think this guy should look. Eddie Murphy on Michael Jackson's Monkey, Bubbles.
Michael Jackson had his chimps go to his house. That Bubbles chimp, when he got a certain age, you couldn't with Bubbles. He had Bubbles in the cage. I was like, don't go near him. Don't go over there, Eddie.
Did you go to his house?
Yeah, a few times. And the chimp would be going crazy. Is that Bubble? They said, yes, don't go near the cage. Really, I thought Bubbles was don't go over there.
Chimps can be nasty. I had a friend that did a remote at a zoo before the big zoo in Miami opened. And during his live broadcast, he was hit in the face with monkey crap.
Oh, they do that all the time at the zoo, throwing their own feces. Yeah.
All right, hang on one second here. I am lining something up because I have an emergency thing to do during this next break, and I must do it on time. At 7:05, odds and ends. Rob Reiner's son Jake paid tribute to his parents in a moving essay. That's out there. Charlize Theron scaled a billboard in New York to promote her new Netflix movie, Apex. One of the last shows for Stephen Colbert, whose program will be euthanized next month, will be the one and only Barack Hussein Obama, who opened his mouth over this whole thing over the weekend. Let's see. Madonna is using Grindr to promote her upcoming album.
What?
Yeah.
That works.
She also previewed 2 new songs on Saturday night at a club in West Hollywood. Cyndi Lauper cursed out a heckler. Girls were not having fun during her Las Vegas residency on Friday night.
I did not know she had a residency in Las Vegas.
Well,
I did not know that.
Let's
Cyndi
make a
Lauper
list of
would
her
have-
hit songs.
That's my thing I was going through, was like, I did not know that she had enough. Like, I'm not denying her legendary status of what she did, but
Right.
it's just like, you got enough for a residency in Vegas?
Yeah, that's kind of, well, maybe Vegas is desperate. Maybe they can't afford the bigger names. That's pretty much it. Black Sabbath has obtained their early demos after settling with their first manager, a situation that goes back over 50 years. And that's cheap and trashy. Sorry it wasn't better than it was.
Well, you know, it's cheap and trashy.
I liked where you filed it. You just...
Straight to the trash. That's where it goes.
That is
When
it.
we're done.
When you're done with the trashy, it goes in the trash.
707 coming out of the sky. Won't you take me down to Memphis on a midnight ride? And this man.
Hey, that's me, everybody. And if you're like me, and I know I am, I would like to go to Heirloom Jewelers because they've got some fantastic jewelry on display there, which you can see by going to their website, heirloomjewelers.com, or you can go to their Facebook page or their Instagram page and check it out there. If anything, strikes your eye, then you need to give Troop Booth a call and tell him about it, because somebody will snap that up before you get a chance to. 260-0066. 260-0066 is the number to call. They are closed today. They'll still take your call. Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4 is when they're open. Saturday, 10 to 2. By appointment only, and the reason that is because he is the only person there. He's the only employee. There are no other people. There's no salespeople. It is absolutely just him. There is no one above him. There's no bosses or anything. It is him. He runs the store completely. Has a degree from the Gemological Institute of America and knows his stuff, which is why I'm saying you can give him a call about anything you see on their website that you may have an interest in. There's a lot of information on that website, all put there by Troop, by the way. But if you have any more questions, you can call him and talk to him about it. Set up an appointment so you can go by and actually get some hands-on, close-up look at the piece. But you can also send text and pictures back and forth of that jewelry that you may be interested in. Also, if you've got jewelry to sell, talk to Troop Booth. Give him a call. Tell him, hey, this is what I've got. He'll probably ask you to send some pictures. If not, schedule a time when you can come to the shop, bring it with him, bring it with you, and have him look at it, and he can work on getting that jewelry sold for you if, it's that sort of estate jewelry type stuff, heirloom pieces that he would because that's what he specializes in, buying and selling usable estate jewelry. Also, scrap gold is on the table here as well. Again, give him a call. They're located at 6948 Vaughn Road. But again, you have to make an appointment to get over there. It's 260-0066 and online at heirloomjewelers.com.
At 709, off to the traffic dungeon with Skipper. SRN News coming up.
Well, we do have some folks up and out on the roads this morning. Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka, but we are not seeing any issues. Looking really good on 231 out of Wetumpka. Light to mostly moderate traffic. I-65 and 85, a little bit busy through the interchange. And we do have a disabled vehicle off on the right, 65 northbound to 85 southbound on the ramp. Please watch out for it on the right. Keep it here. We will keep you updated. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to trentumstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with the Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
This is not headline news. President Trump was rushed off stage after shots were fired outside the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Ironically, the whole reason they hired a mentalist instead of a comedian is so no one would take shots at him. Harry Styles and Zoe Kravitz are engaged. They've both already started shopping for wedding dresses. Dave Grohl says the secret to healthy vocal cords is beer, Advil, and whiskey. And his secret to a healthy marriage is not to be Dave Grohl. And the CEO of Best Buy is stepping down. She found the same job for a better deal on Amazon. This is not headline news.
Montgomery Men's Health salutes the man everyone depends on. You. the grill master. Your family don't have to go out to eat. You carry the load. You solve the problems. Mr. Fix It. But when you're off, we all feel it. And what happens when the gas runs out? When the strength drops? When the transmission stalls? And I ain't just talking about your truck. Male performance is complicated. Treating low T and ED requires technical precision, and that's where Montgomery Men's Health shines. We've been conquering this since 2014, long before every strip mall had a low T sign. We started this clinic to level you up, to help separate fact from internet fiction, hype from the successful realities we see every day. What works 92% of the time versus what might work online. And we keep getting better. Better service, better care, better value. And for $99, you'll receive a lab panel in minutes and a consultation with our medical provider. Don't wait. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Strobel to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
It's Prattville City Fest, presented by Prattville Baptist Hospital, May 1st through 2nd in historic downtown Prattville. Live entertainment, arts and crafts, food, and Pepsi products by signature sponsor Pepsi. Prattville City Fest, presented by Prattville Baptist Hospital, May 1st through 2nd in historic downtown Prattville. It's free.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Grow your own vegetables with the Circle of Life at the Human Compost Garden Center.
These strawberries remind me of Grandma.
Well, son, they are Grandma.
We'll take your deceased relatives and turn them into rich topsoil.
I used to garden with my mother. I guess now I still do.
Plus, we have a don't ask, don't tell policy about where the body came from.
My husband was exploring another woman's garden. Now he'll be in my garden forever.
It's the Human Compost Garden Center. Fill up a bucket after someone kicks it.
Hey, Billy, we have to go pick up some peat moss.
Oh no! Uncle Pete died too?
I'm beginning to sober up and you're scaring me.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Jesse, 7:15.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. We're learning more about the 31-year-old California man who allegedly opened fire Saturday night just outside the Washington Hotel ballroom where the White House Correspondents' Dinner was going on. President Trump, the First Lady, along with a host of high-ranking Trump administration officials were there at the time. The suspect is in custody due in court today in D.C. The House reconvenes today and may take a vote on a bipartisan bill that would fully fund the Department of Homeland Security, ending the long-running partial government shutdown. Iran's latest peace proposal reportedly lacks a key ingredient that's being sought by the U.S. That would be Iran's pledge to abandon its nuclear ambitions. Watching Wall Street, the Dow futures are down 75 points, while the NASDAQ futures are up 29. The S&P futures down 4 points. More details, srnnews.com. The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
Hi, my name's Neil. I have some advice for you if you've been trying to break free from credit card debt. You can start by doing what I did. Get your bills together and call Trinity Debt Management. Trinity is dedicated to helping people like me become debt-free. When I called, my first experience was a feeling of relief. My counselor was kind, and best of all, she didn't judge me. In just a few minutes, she helped me figure out a plan that consolidated all my bills into one lower monthly payment. This substantially reduced my high interest rates and put me on the road to success. In the end, I saved thousands in interest, and today my credit card debt is a thing of the past.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5496.
My name is Neil. Take it from someone who's been there. Call Trinity and become debt-free for keeps.
1-800-936-5496.
All right, we have our weekly missive from Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. And to make this more enjoyable for those watching us on YouTube at 3 Men and a Dog, thought you'd be able to listen to it and see a picture of Jeff Bezos.
Bald head.
Yeah.
It is I, Jeff Bezos, reporting from Costa Rica aboard my super yacht. Sorry, I meant mega yacht. I always get those mixed up. Anywho, I'm here on a very special mission to save the sharks. As you know, sharks are vicious predators who gobble up everything in their paths. So I can totally relate to them. They're like my jaws from another maw. Mark my word, I shall make the shark population flourish, and they will want to thank me. How? Well, you know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their frickin' heads. And don't give me no sea bass.
Even if they're ill-tempered? Okay. 17 minutes after 7 o'clock, an important anniversary remembered today on what appears to be a nice day, but what's ahead?
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
We will never forget this day in history. 15 years ago, the epicenter we were of the biggest tornado outbreak in U.S. history, certainly the biggest in Alabama history, of course, with 62 tornadoes here, and 252 people died. Still staggers me to think that in this modern age, we could lose 252 people in one day. Unbelievable. Of my 48 years in this business, of the top 10 weather events I covered, that's got to be number one. Today, very warm with a high around 87, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, mid-60s tonight. We are quiet as far as severe weather today, but it's going to be a big severe weather day in the middle of the country, including places like Chicago. It's going to be under the gun again today. And they have been several times so far this year. 88 the high tomorrow, Tuesday, sun cloud mix, some spotty storms by afternoon, possible, a better chance of showers and thunderstorms Tuesday night into Wednesday. Some of those storms strong, possibly severe here in Alabama. And noticeably cooler behind the front with upper 70s Thursday, low 50s by Thursday night. Then a second storm system arriving with the next round of showers and storms on Friday night into Saturday. Right now this morning, 60 in Prattville, 63 at Danley Field, and 67 at Maxwell, 720.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Like most Sundays, I was at Food Outlet bright and early yesterday doing my weekly grocery shop. And one reason why I was hoping Jay would give me a review on the burger was, but tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you'll have a review tomorrow. I plan on eating that tonight.
Yeah, because Cricket Dust is involved in that very simple recipe.
It was so large, I turned it into a 2-day event.
That's cool. When you buy it by they sell a 5-pound tube and a 10-pound. I actually like the 5-pound because it has a slightly higher fat content. You know, that's what gives it the part of the flavor.
Yeah.
But either way, you can't go wrong at Food Outlet. Save throughout the store with cost plus 10% pricing Hey, I can share the specials on the screen.
Yes, you can. Watch this.
Yeah. Look at me like I know what I'm doing here.
Live.
Some of the special now, cost plus 10 keeps everything consistent week to week. And as prices come down, I mean, it was great to see butter yesterday, $3.27 for a pound. I remember last year, you couldn't find it under $5. So when the prices come down, you see it first at Food Outlet. Some Heinz ketchup for your burger. It's $2.97 for the 20-ounce stand-on-its-head bottle, which I very, very handy. The suitcase packs, they're stacked up right as you walk in the door, to your right as you walk into the Coliseum Boulevard Food Outlet. Those are, I want to make sure I get this price correct because I have some coverage issues here. $10.79 for the 24-can suitcase pack, as it's called. That's a very good price because I've seen it at $14 and $15.99 at bigger chain stores. Okay. Bluebell ice cream, the 12-pack cups, those go great with an excellent documentary like the one we watched yesterday. And oh boy, nobody likes the remnants of that cup better than a certain dog.
Yes,
Wild Mike's pizzas are $5.97. They're large, but you should always have a frozen pizza handy because in 30 minutes you can have yourself a meal. Kraft shredded cheese, all flavors, $2.89. And don't forget the cricket dust for grilling season. It is the ultimate and easiest seasoning of all. A little coat on each side of a burger, a steak, anything you're putting on the grill makes it that much better. But I know people that sprinkle a little cricket dust on scrambled eggs for additional flavor too.
Yep.
But once you get an idea on how to work with it, it's the ultimate seasoning available in the spice section at all 3 Food Outlet locations, Highway 14 in Millbrook, Main Street in Prattville, west of 31. And I'll see you Sunday morning, Coliseum Boulevard next to Eastbrook Flea Market in Antique Mall. That's a terrific group over there. In fact, you can get everything you need at Food Outlet if you're going to participate in this physical training regimen.
Tired of protein shakes and 5 a.m. workouts? Introducing the Babe Ruth Training Program. That's right, no complicated routines, just swing big. Because back in the day, this larger-than-life slugger partied, lived large, and still blasted 714 home runs. A record that stood for 40 years. No kale, no cryo, just confidence, charisma, and calling your shot. The Babe Ruth Training Program. Because greatness doesn't follow the rules. It knocks them out of the park. Brought to you by Marlboro and Johnny Walker.
So many legendary stories about Babe Ruth's gluttonous habits. But they worked. Okay. Following that commentary-free issue, we have random facts coming up next, and that will be followed by a chance for you to win a $20 Food Outlet gift certificate with what we call the Pop Quiz Question following. All right. And we're looking at news sources for any other breaking developments. Dow futures down just marginally this morning. Price of oil per barrel marginally up. So this situation is still shaken out over in Iran. And Brant McDonald last week on the afternoon show said it needs to get resolved quickly without the risk of a recession. So hopefully it will. But I depend on him for great financial guidance because they study everything there. They are on top of anything that can impact not only the price of oil and how that may impact your portfolio, but anything else going on in the world of money. It's a great group. So if you're interested in starting a plan, and it's never too late, he likes me to emphasize that, 40, 50, 60 or older, it's never too late. You can reach out for an appointment at 387-0094. And if you become a client, like I am with Brant and the team at Invista Advisors, it'll be because you want to and not because somebody twisted your arm or high pressured you. They just don't work that way. So make that call without hesitation. 387-0094. News at 7:25.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Alabama State University has named Dr. Derek Smith as its new director of bands. A native of Mobile, Smith graduated from ASU, earning degrees in music education and performance. Dr. Smith is a former trumpet section leader of the mighty Marching Hornets at Alabama State. The first Alabama medical cannabis dispensary is expected to open next month. The very first location to open will be Callie's Apothecary in Montgomery, tentatively scheduled to serve their first patient on May 4th. 8 other medical cannabis dispensaries are expected to open later this summer throughout the state. The 2026 Alabama primaries are less than a month away. Voters in the state will go to the polls on Tuesday, May 19th for the Democrat and Republican primaries. Monday, May 4th is the deadline to register to vote. You have until Tuesday, May 12th to cast your absentee ballot vote by mail. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here in the River region, thousands of hardworking folks will be buying a home, some for the first time. How do you know you are buying the right home? It starts with research. A buyer's agent can help you in your search, providing a list of homes you may not be aware of or know about. At the same time, a meeting with a local lender to find out exactly what you qualify for and how much it will cost at closing and monthly. A list of needs and wants provided to your agent will help them locate properties that match those needs. An example would be bedrooms, baths, school zones, floor plan requests will also help. Start shopping and look at homes and compare and make a list of pluses and minuses for each home. Compare them with your agent to narrow the field. After you work out the contract, appraisals and inspections come next, and then the closing. For more details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. That's 221-2883.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
You get a little tappity tap and drop my hot pipe.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate, carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
And now a star is born. On April 27, 1932, the world welcomed little baby Casey Kasem.
And welcome to the birth of your baby. I'm your doctor, and right now, we'll hear the latest sounds of your labor. And that's the brand new number one you'll be hearing all night long.
Casey Kasem, a star is born.
Now,
Rich, in case I'm not here after this, we do part 2 of
Facts.
Case I'm not here.
That was perfect. Button got stuck, but it is random facts.
It's all produced live, folks.
Did you know about Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst in New Jersey?
Well, Lakehurst is the blimp where the Hindenburg exploded.
Well, this joint base is the only tri-service base in the United States with an air base, a fort, and naval air station. It's also, by the way, like you said, it's on the site of the 37 Hindenburg disaster.
Yep. They still have the outline of that on the grounds there.
It's amazing how many people survived that, when you see it.
That's another one that needs to be remade. There's a movie from 75 with George C. Scott and a few other notables, including the guy that played the French guy in Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, he played LeBeau.
LeBeau.
Yeah. I'm told it was luxurious as far as the interior and
it was
comfort.
It carried tons of cargo. Yeah. All you needed was a little extra time.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to fly.
Did you know in the 1954 Commonwealth Games, a marathon runner by the name of Jim Peters, he was in the lead and came into the finishing stadium by 17 minutes. He was 17 minutes ahead of everybody else. This guy previously, by the way, had run a marathon in under 2 hours and 20 minutes, which at the time was equivalent to like breaking the 4-minute mile.
Yeah.
To be able to do something like that.
Jim Ryan did that in 1956.
Yeah, well, Jim Peters here did pretty good with the marathon. However, once he got into he didn't drink water at all that day, and it was particularly hot. So when he made it into the stadium, it took him 11 minutes of the 17 he was ahead by just to cover 200 meters of that lap. He fell 7 times before officials decided to put him on a stretcher and carry him out of the stadium. He was unconscious in a hospital, believing that he had won the race.
No thanks.
But he never raced again after that.
Oh,
wow,
man.
Yeah, it was heat exhaustion. Just there's video footage of him trying to run. It's kind of disturbing to see.
Some record was made in London yesterday on the London Marathon. I forget what, but somebody beat a record yesterday.
Did you know of General Charles O'Hara? After surrendering the British sword at Yorktown and later being captured during the siege of Toulon, maybe? Toulon? Toulon? O'Hara has the distinction of having been the only person personally taken prisoner by both George Washington and Napoleon.
I didn't realize they were that close. I thought like Napoleon was
before.
But wait a minute, Napoleon was in the 19th century, right?
Like around 1804-ish.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
Did you know there was a fan of the Washington Wizards basketball team who was just a notorious heckler at the games?
I'm not a heckler fan, by the way.
Well, Charles Barkley is. So Charles paid for this fan, flew him to Phoenix so he could sit behind the Bulls bench during the 1993 NBA Finals and heckle them.
Didn't work.
No, it didn't. And it was never gonna. Not with Jordan on your team. Did you know that the United States has a larger consumer market than the EU, China, and India combined?
Not surprised.
Yeah.
We are so spoiled.
The EU, well, I'm sorry, what were the three?
EU, China, and India. Did you know there's a small collection of distinct Del Taco fast food restaurants, which I've never been. Did we have one here? I think we had one here for
I don't know.
minute.
I never ate there.
Yeah. But there's a couple of them in the California desert that are still run by the company founder. They have their own menu items that are different from all the other Del Tacos, and they have their own merchandise that you can buy from that are all different from the other Del Tacos as well. It's kind of like the original Starbucks in Seattle has the menu's the same as any other menu that I believe, but their merchandise is very distinct. Because you're buying it from the first. Coming up on Random Facts. Is it an air disaster? Yeah, I think it's an air disaster.
I'm in.
I'll tell you what it is. You may know it. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this airline right. Varig?
Yes.
Varig Flight 820.
V-A-R-I-G.
Yes, yeah. Varig Flight 820 is the one we're going to specifically talk about. Then we have a fictional air disaster to talk about. Then we have a random fact about gene therapy, and I don't necessarily mean blue jeans. I mean genes within your body. I have a James Bond random fact for you. And an 83-year-old man named Ron Dorff. Something that happened to him back in 2015. And I'll tell you what that was coming up on Random Facts.
Good. And I'm eager to hear the story about that not so very good flight.
Very, yes. Very, very
See what I did
good.
There? Yeah.
Very.
I did.
Alrighty. If your car ends up damaged from an accident, there's a parking lot in town here that I'm always very careful because if you're in an SUV, you really can't see the cement blocks that used to hold light standards. The blocks are there. The standards are gone.
Yikes.
and you can scrape up against one of those, or just have some clown blow a light or try and, make a maneuver. You hold your breath, right? Donnie and Brandon Turner at MPB stand at the ready in case you're the next victim of someone else's driving, and ready to make your car look good as new, maybe better. The reviews come in. We've had 2 calls now in the afternoon show from people who had actually their first damaged automobile that required repairs, so they remembered MPB. Okay, let's see if Rich and Greg are, describing them accurately. And both called the show to just rave. The car's never looked this good. I know, I feel the same way. My car looked very nice when I bought it at Jack Ingram. Make no mistake. But when I get it back from Donnie and Brandon Turner after it's had some repair work done, it's just dazzling. That's the kind of effort they put into each and every situation there. This is one of the last family-owned and operated body shops in the area. A lot of them have been bought up by conglomerates, and you're just not going to get the same level of attention as you will from the individual business owner whose whole reputation is based on each and every outcome. So it has to meet the highest standards, so high they've been used as an example by insurance companies to show other body shops, this is what we expect from you when we are cutting you a check to repair a car. It's a very high standard. And the only ones that really meet it are MPB. Montgomery Paint and Body on the boulevard at East Shirley Lane. Reach out at 27-REC with a W and tell them that Rich Thomas said. 737.
Well, we are seeing some folks out of Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka this morning. Traffic light to moderate. Building just a little bit. Interstates are looking good. Boulevards as well around the Montgomery area. No issues at the moment. We will keep you updated. McKinnon Toyota has just received a shipment of Toyota 4Runners. Financing as low as 2.9%, plus you get small town service. And they're family owned. McKinnon Toyota exit 212 on 565 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Independent Glass has been your one-stop shop for all things glass since 1978. They offer a full range of architectural products, and they're armed with the knowledge and expertise to get even the most demanding job done, big or small. Attention to detail, 24-hour replacement services, and their uncompromising commitment to excellence is why Montgomery's first choice for all things glass is Independent Glass. Call them today at 263-2823 and learn more about what they can do for you at independentglassco.com.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
This is Jennifer Pestricelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. If you're an experienced sales professional ready for more opportunity, more income potential, and more control over your own success, we should talk. At Blue Water, you'll work with local business owners to develop strategic marketing campaigns across 7 radio stations and a growing digital platform, including social, streaming, and targeted advertising. Outside sales experience is required. Media or digital experience is a plus. If you're ready for a career move that rewards performance, send us your resume today. BlueWaterBroadcasting.com.
Headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
And now it's time for random facts.
That was good.
That works.
It's one of the best ones I've ever done.
Pulled the old
smooth.
Pulled the old me when you're not around. That's what I do. Just run with it. Did you know Captain Gilberto something da Silva was the captain of Varig Flight 820?
What Varig is the name of the airline?
V-A-R-I-G, Varig.
V-A-R.
It's very good. It's not really. Varig Flight 820. He was one of only 11 survivors out of 134 occupants.
Wow.
After an emergency landing was made due to a fire. 6 years later, he captained another flight, Varig Flight 967, which disappeared over the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
Hey, stewardess, who is the captain of this flight?
They never figured out why that plane went down?
I guess not.
Well,
not a good record. What was the guy that was, the Titanic, one of the Titanic, he was involved in another mishap.
The Boeing 707, which was Flight 967, January 30th of 1979, disappeared while en route to Los Angeles, with radio contact being lost an hour into the flight. Neither the aircraft nor its 6 crew members have ever been found.
Was that a American airline company, or was that a...
I think it's German, isn't it?
I know nothing.
Varig sounds like, yeah.
Because I don't think they're around anymore.
No.
Oh, no. It was the first airline founded in Brazil.
Brazil? How about that?
Well, no, that was Argentina.
It was founded in 1927. From 95 until 1990, it was Brazil's leading airline and its only international one. 2005, they went into judicial restructuring, and then 2006, it was split into 2 companies. Flex Linhaus, informally known as Old Varig, and then a new company fully integrated into Gol Linhaus something. There's a bunch of weird names, but yeah. Did you know? Now a fictional plane crash. Actually, no, it's not. It's from a fictional show, but they used an actual accident as... So, $6 Million Man,
Okay.
Lee Majors.
Yeah.
The opening episode, there is a plane crash that is the introduction to the whole thing. But the plane crash is from an actual landing accident where the pilot survived and would fly again. I don't know which accident it was, but yeah.
Do you remember, I don't know how many years ago it was, 4 or 5, something like that, word got out that there was a passenger jet that had a front wheel that was stuck sideways.
Oh, and they showed that live. They showed the landing live.
Millions by the time it was ready to
Everybody
land.
tuned in because
See what was going to happen.
Right.
And the tire blew because it was sideways and the plane came down to the nose, but the pilot did a fantastic job.
I wonder what airport that was.
LA, I believe.
Is it?
Sort of like watching the OJ chase.
So I looked it up for the $6 Million Man. It was from a NASA accident.
Oh.
Yeah, Bruce Peterson was the NASA research pilot. The crash featured on TV with Northrop M2F2, a wingless lifting body aircraft. During a landing attempt at Edwards Air Force Base on May 10th of 1967, he landed without landing gear deployed to avoid a rescue helicopter that was in the way, resulting in a violent 6-roll tumble. But he survived, had some injuries, lost sight in one eye, but he continued working in flight research. So, yeah. Did you know that doctors use gene therapy to successfully treat, or they used gene therapy to successfully treat 5 children born with profound genetic deafness? Within weeks of the treatment, the children, who had never heard sound before, were able to hear speech and even recognize the location of where the sounds were coming from.
How did they fix that, though?
Gene therapy. I don't know how that worked, but that's what they used. Did you know, while filming the James Bond movie Goldfinger in 1964, the recreation of the Fort Knox repository was incredibly accurate and looked so real.
How real did it look?
That a 24-hour guard was placed on the set at Pinewood Studios so that pilferers would not steal the gold bar props. Because it looked that realistic, I suppose. Sounds like a marketing thing. And finally, did you know in 2015, 11 years ago, which doesn't feel like it's 11 years ago. 2015 does not feel.
I know, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
In 2015, an 83-year-old man named Ron Dorff, 83 years old, remember that, he received an AT&T landline bill for $8,596.
Wow, he must have been on an awful plan.
His next bill was $15,687.
He didn't learn from the first bill?
A technician later discovered that his modem was dialing a long-distance number to connect to AOL dial-up. He was still 2015, and he was still dialing in on a, 56K?
You know, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't long after that AOL ended the dial-up. You can't do that anymore.
Right. They only still had one number, and it was long distance.
But you know what? It went till recently. I'm going to look up the date when the
AT&T waived more than $24,000 in charges only after he contacted the LA Times. Apparently, they were going to charge him for it.
Jeez.
And he contacted the newspaper and said, look at my bill. Look what's happened. And they're going to take away all my money. 83-year-old guy. Come on. He wasn't doing anything.
No.
Yeah, you're trying to... companies, man. Anyway, those are all of your random facts.
All right, thank you, Jay.
You're welcome, Greg.
I got to use my butt paste last night. We talk about how nice it is to have that stuff handy.
Yes.
Had a little tiny burn, my recklessness yesterday, on the leg, and after I brushed the flames off, ran into the nightstand where I keep it and just put a schmear on there, and it was fine.
Schmear.
It's just so good at healing and nourishing skin, and it's available only at one place, Adams Drugs. Their pharmacist formulated butt paste, which has now gone viral as a skin nourisher. People use it for facials. It's that effective. Anything that can bring diaper rash to an end has got some good stuff in it. So just an example of how nice it is to have it handy when you need it. But you can get anything you need over the counter at Adams Drugs. But I'd like you to partner up with them because they're just such a great team of people who will work very hard. And I promise you, if you're tired of eye rolls, indifference, impatience, not feeling appreciated, any of that stuff at one of the chain pharmacies, you can't go wrong. These are people that take extra time to try and save you money on co-pays, looking for pharmaceutical coupons and things that may save you a few bucks on whatever it is you need. They have great gift shops. I'll tell you what, you may want to stop by one of the Adams Drugs locations and check out something for Mom's Day, because they sell a kind of heirloom decor that you keep, whatever the occasion happens to be. And you know what I bought at mine on Copperfield there? That's where they make the butt paste, by the way. A Chunky Bar. I had not had a Chunky Bar in like 30 years, but I wanted some chocolate and a Diet Coke.
What's in a Chunky?
Chocolate, raisins.
No, raisins?
Not a lot, just
That's
enough.
disgusting.
No, I don't want raisins. Sorry.
Well,
keep
you remember the TV commercial for those years ago?
No, I do not.
I'm going to pull it up. You'll remember it.
Okay.
And you'll enjoy remembering it as your
You'll do as I tell you.
Anyway, Adams
You'll
Drugs
enjoy it.
has 12 locations around town. 4 of them have health clinics for shingle shots, flu shots, if the doctor prescribes something. And they deliver, too, whatever it takes to build a relationship with the customer. That's what they're all about, and that's why you should give them a try. Visit adamsdrugs.net for the one nurse Drew.
When do you think dial-up ended for AOL? You want to take a guess?
You said it was recent, so
It seems recent.
So
I'm
what-
going to go
what
with
year?
2019.
Okay. You want to do what?
I'll go with 2016.
2025, September 30th.
Last year, I knew it was
September
recent.
30th.
Yeah, I told you.
Dial-up ended.
So does that count? I guess not. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're ready for that $20 food outlet pop quiz question. Here's Quizmaster Jay.
Earlier, just recently in Random Facts, actually, we talked about a movie from 1964 that had a mock-up of Fort Knox that was so real they had to put a guard outside so people wouldn't steal the prop gold bars. What movie was it?
272-9228 is our number, 272-9228. First eligible person with a correct answer will win a $20 head start on their next trip to Food Outlet. 272-9228. All right, off to the traffic dungeon while we're collecting your calls on this Confederate Memorial.
Well, folks that are headed into work this morning are out on the roads, light to moderate traffic now I-65 and 85 through the interchange. And we have a little bit of incoming from Prattville and Millbrook on I-65 southbound. Watauga Highway busy. Everywhere else, light to moderate early morning traffic. We'll update you if anything happens to slow you down. At McKenna Nissan, you can get a 2026 Frontier from 1.9% for 60 months. See David for all the details. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
As we went into the traffic report, we learned that Deirdre Taney, the last surviving member
of the Ronettes,
the Wall of Sound, right? A Phil Spector produced band,
yeah,
has passed away. All right, Jay, I don't have the phone thing up, so direct me, please.
Line 2 is Pat B.
Hey, Pat.
Good morning, Noel.
Welcome.
Hey. So
I believe that movie is Goldfinger.
That is it.
Finger.
Sing
And-
it.
and
Do I sound
and on a
like
side
Shirley
note,
Bassey?
on one of your earlier ones,
Yeah.
the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
I was Operation Third Lieutenant in 1975 out at Edwards.
Oh, really?
And got to watch a launch of an XB-24, and there was a guy in the control room with an eye patch on, and
was that him?
I was introduced to him. I was introduced to Bruce Peterson. He said, "Yeah, I'm the original $6 Million Man, except they didn't rebuild me."
Oh, wow. So this is how weird. He wins the contest based on with a guy he actually met who appeared in Random Facts.
Hey, so did you, being out there at Edwards, did you ever see the space shuttle?
You know, I actually was out years later when I was not up close, but I was getting autographs from General Yeager for a GOE event.
Yeah.
And I got to see the space shuttle. It was supposed to land on the East Coast, and there was weather, and so they diverted it. And
Yeah.
I just happened to be there and got to see it land at Edwards.
Oh,
so I
that
got
is
to see it
so
land
cool.
one time.
Wow. Very cool.
Wow.
And then we-
Eagles are here next month on the 7th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the 7th is the luncheon. You know, be there?
Probably not.
Oh, dang.
But you voiced it again, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's an honor to do it. Pat, hold on so we can connect you, get you jam up and jelly tight, as Tommy Rowe used to say with you. Right? Here's Backup Steve.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Casey Kasem with the top 11 random facts and convoluted intros. There we go. Can't beat that.
Yeah, the second one I had something in mind, but I didn't. I was distracted in the studio, so I just let it run. Besides, it's a holiday.
Greg, the team of Thomas and Jay, they go for the sure bet every time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they have a perfect intro because they don't, they go with the stock.
Did you see the snapshot I sent you yesterday from Google Memories 2023?
I've got to drink. I'm sorry.
I sent it in Messenger to you. Anyway, it's you in your uniform at the Biscuit Stadium.
Oh my gosh!
Doing the national anthem.
Thank you very much, there.
Hey, so this guy hired a professional heckler and flew him to Phoenix to heckle the Bulls. Who is this guy that hired the professional?
He is one of the only two NBA players I've ever seen play, and that was Charles Barkley.
Barkley.
The other one
Yeah.
I've heard.
Oh,
I saw them play at Philadelphia, but Charles Barkley, of all people,
sir. Yes, sir.
That's it.
All right.
Oh, man.
Good deal, man.
Y'all take care.
Have a good day.
I'm looking.
All right, we appreciate you. It is 7:55.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Having a big severe weather month this year, but it's not here. And that's the amazing thing. Today, once again, the area around Chicago and surrounding states are under the gun for tornadoes and more severe thunderstorms. There were several fatalities over the weekend from different tornadoes. But it's quiet here today. Very warm, high 87, mostly sunny. Partly cloudy, mild tonight, low in the mid-60s. 88 the high on Tuesday with a sun and cloud mix. And some spotty storms perhaps by afternoon, but a better chance of showers and thunderstorms becoming likely Tuesday night into Wednesday. Some of those storms strong, possibly severe. And noticeably cooler behind the front with upper 70s on Thursday, low 50s on Thursday night, and a second storm system arriving with showers and storms Friday night into Saturday. Right now this morning, 67 at Maxwell. It's 63 at Danley Field at 7:57.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASE Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate through your October statement. Visit ASE Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, looks like we have a traffic situation. Let's get the emergency sounder out.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
And it's Ken. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Hey, we've got a two-car accident on Ann Street right at the underpass.
Oh.
And it's got everything kind of backed up because you can't turn off of 85 northbound on the Ann Street.
Okay.
All right, so that's right there where 85, that's a swell place to have a fender bender.
Right.
Yeah, you've got airbags deployed and everything.
Oh, wow.
Man, yeah.
All right, that's a pretty serious impact. All right, we'll let Skipper know about that. We'll keep track of it. But for those of you who, fortunately, a lot of folks won't be going anywhere, at least this morning, because they're off.
Confederate Memorial Day.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Yep.
We do appreciate it. All right. 7:57, Confederate Memorial Day has no impact on the markets. They'll be open today. Let's get the Wall Street Business Report at 7:57.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Wall Street surged to record highs, driven by a blockbuster earnings report from Intel that boosted tech and AI-related stocks. Oil prices kept bouncing in the wait for what's next with the Iran war. The Justice Department has ended its investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, a probe that focused on $2.5 billion in building renovations that Donald Trump criticized sharply last year for its cost overruns. A federal judge said prosecutors had produced essentially zero evidence to suspect Powell of a crime and branded prosecutors' justification for subpoenas as thin and unsubstantiated. Businesses have doled out as much as $4 million for last-minute plans to move boats through the Panama Canal in recent weeks, as the effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz generates a shift in global trade flows. The demand skyrocketed as Iran and the United States have bottlenecked the strait. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Okay, and what was that?
I'm not sure. Electricity. It can be a little scary. Fortunately, the folks at Crosby Electric are experts, providing complete electrical services and keeping River Region homes and businesses safe since 1967.
I hate lightning.
Crosby Electric offers whole house surge protection to protect you and your possessions.
What I hate is being without electricity.
You never have to be. Crosby is an authorized generator dealer, sales, installation, and service.
Okay, our yard is dark.
Crosby does landscaping lighting for beauty and safety, as well as security lighting for all of your property.
Am I crazy, or did that light just flicker?
I'd say both.
And Crosby offers unique technology that pinpoints electrical problems even inside your walls.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
Sleep well tonight with no electrical worries. Visit CrosbyElectric.com or call 272-2085. That's 272-2085.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Strobel to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Stevie Nicks, the distinctive voice of Fleetwood Mac. Her style is unforgettable. Her lyrics are intelligible. Stevie's back with all your favorite hits on one big album. It's Stevie Nicks. What the hell is she saying? Yes, all her classics are here. You'll get Me, Henry, and the incomparable digitally remumbled for stereo inaudibility. This is Stevie Nicks at her most nebulous. Stevie Nicks, what the hell is she saying? Available now on Incoherent Records and Tape.
Well, I don't care if you can understand her or not, I suppose. It is 8:04 on News Talk 93.1 FM. It's 3 men and a dog. The 3 men are me, Greg Boudel, former baseball stadium announcer. That was the weirdest thing.
Nice job.
Seriously. I emceed a mass for Pope John Paul II, who, last I checked, is currently a saint.
Yes.
And there was a lot of prep for that and getting cleared by 3 different government agencies, FBI, Secret Service, and Treasury. And I was not nearly as nervous as I was at the ballpark Saturday night. You're filling in for a legend, Rick Hendricks, right? And I watched him on Friday night for training, or as I like to call it, training porpoises. And he just made it all look so easy.
Well,
So-
he's been doing it from the beginning, as
Yes,
far as I know.
he has.
Yeah. But you started off strong, but I thought you got stronger as the game went on, you got put more into it later on.
Well, I did feel more confident. I had great, I can't remember, a young director in the booth, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And I knew you were there, and boy, that added to the pressure. Because
Sure.
I screw this up, I'm going to hear
Oh, sure.
all Monday morning being mocked. Rich Thomas looking at me, pointing fingers, going, You went through the identity theft nightmare, right?
I did, yes, back in 2014, I think.
Check this story out. The federal appeals court upheld a 12-year prison sentence for a guy named Matthew David Kearns, who stole
There's those
co-worker.
three names again.
Yeah, William Wood's identity. You know, the identity thief gets the three names, the victim gets two.
Yeah.
Stole his identity for 30 years.
Good Lord.
It began in 1988 when Kearns took Wood's wallet at an Albuquerque hot dog cart, using his Social Security information to obtain a driver's license. He then built a new life under Woods' name, marrying, having children, and earning over $100,000
Good God.
as a University of Iowa hospital IT administrator. When Woods tried reclaiming his identity in 2019, that's over 30 years later, Kearns convinced police that Woods was the imposter. Woods spent 428 days in jail and 147 days in a mental hospital before DNA evidence
Good God.
in 23 proved his identity. Kearns pled guilty to aggravated identity theft and making false statements. Woods now works as a landscaper in Albuquerque and plans to seek compensation for wrongful incarceration. And I hope they give it to him.
I really do. It's so difficult.
How long did it take you to untangle
It's a
that?
process, man. It is first you got to know that it's happening, and obviously I wouldn't have known. And this is such an extreme case of literal identity theft. Mine was somebody filed my taxes to get my refund. That was the only way they got through that, because when I filed my taxes, I got a note back saying, "Hey, you've already done this."
Yeah.
My state. Or no, my federal. My state went through. My federal said, "Hey, you've already dropped that off." And I thought, "Oh God." So it takes a while to get that done, because you have to call your credit card companies and say, "Hey, look, cancel everything here.
Yeah.
Hold, freeze my whatever, my credit reports, that sort of thing. Stop that." Then the burden of proof is on you.
That's what sucks.
Yes.
And
But in this case,
they had to have your Social Security number too, right?
Somehow they got what they needed. I had to go to the police station in Prattville,
Yeah.
file a report so that I could then send that to the IRS to say, "Here is me filing a report that my identity has been stolen."
Yeah.
And
well,
so
it took 31 years for the police to catch this guy who, at the time, was not charged because he convinced police the guy he stole the identity from was the imposter.
Right.
And for him to spend 400, that's over a year in jail.
Okay.
And another half a year in a nut house before DNA cleared him. He should get something for this.
Absolutely, you should.
And on top of that, a chance to beat the guy that stole his identity with a baseball bat.
30 years of doing that. Good God.
Ridiculous. Holy cow.
Got another traffic report for you.
I am ready at the ready.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
And this time we go to Uncle Ron for some traffic.
Hey, you there? Hi.
Southbound in the right-hand lane, right in front of McDonald's on 231,
Okay.
Wetumpka.
All right.
There's a three-car, looks like somebody tagged somebody in the butt, and when they tagged the person in front of them.
Oh, one of those.
Must have just happened, because they was not even out of the car yet.
All right. Southbound on 231 near McDonald's there. Coming
Right
out
across from McDonald's.
Okay. Coming out of Wetumpka. All right. Gotcha.
Correct.
We'll get that skip.
Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
You
it.
too.
Thank you.
Earlier this morning, you said Mother's Day is how many days? It's a week from Sunday now, right?
Yeah. Correct.
All right. I'm not fooling around with those of you who keep putting this off. It's time to get in touch with Brian Jewelry. You could start now online. A couple of things you can do. One, browse the selection, see what an incredible place it is, what a great history they have. and click the members link. So if you buy something for mom that's over $200 and she's worth every penny of that, they'll take $100 off the price, so you'll save money. But whatever you're looking to do for mom, the mother of your children, whoever you're looking to celebrate, this is the place to go when you're kind of stuck at idea. For example, moms who are passionate football fans, they have showcases for the greatest rivalry in sports, Auburn, Alabama, and real deal jewelry. I wish I could come up with a better term for that. All I can tell you is it's not the tchotchke kind of souvenir stand stuff you normally see. This is the real McCoy. Or you can have something created from scratch, but if you're in that mode, I would get there sooner than later. They'll be happy to do whatever they can for you. Lynn Bryan leads the third generation there in a store that competes not only on a selection basis, literally gem for gem, but competes on price as well and offers 0% financing for qualified customers with Synchrony luxury accounts, layaway programs, and more, whatever they can do to make it affordable. Free care and cleaning for the lifetime of your purchase at Bryan Jewelry. And they're so good at building relationships that people will travel many miles to come back and shop with them for the next special occasion. You'll find their beautiful building at 1778 East Main in Prattville, and you'll find them online at bryanjewelry.com. Please choose them. Celebrate Mother's Day, 8/11.
We have an accident Ann Street at I-85. If you're exiting I-85 northbound onto Ann, use caution. They have moved those vehicles out of the roadway now. We do have emergency units on the scene there. Troy Highway at Virginia Loop, 4-vehicle accident. Use caution there. Also, if you're exiting I-65 northbound to 85 northbound, right at the end of that ramp, we've got an accident off on the right side of the road. Folks walking around, please watch out there and keep it here for updates. Haynes Ambulance there for you both on the ground and in the air. From a simple patient transport to life or death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
It's time to show Mom how much you appreciate her with a Jenny Lynn's floral creation for Mother's Day. Skip the grocery store flowers and make one quick call, 285-1000. Roses, lilies, beautiful bouquets, and gift baskets designed just for Mom. Call Jenny Lynn's Creations, 285-1000.
Hunger doesn't always look the way you think, but it's closer than you realize. On Saturday, May 9th, join the Budget Bites battle at the Heart of Alabama Food Bank and turn awareness into action. Teams will go head-to-head, creating a full meal for $5 per person or less in just 60 minutes. Every $1 raise provides 5 meals for neighbors in need. Now we need you. Register your team today at hafb.org. Deadline is May 2nd. Be part of the solution. Cook with purpose. Fight hunger one meal at a time.
It's April 27th, the greatest day ever. On the 27th of April, 1791, Samuel F.B. Morse, inventor of the telegraph and the Morse code, is born. Here's how they celebrated. Have a great April 27th, the greatest day ever.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. He was a troubled man who made his intentions known. That's President Trump's take on the 31-year-old suspect in Saturday night's shooting outside the White House Correspondents' Center in Washington, D.C., Cole Allen, scheduled to make his first court appearance later today. The Virginia Supreme Court is considering whether to block new U.S. House districts narrowly approved by the voters. The court will be hearing arguments on that later today. Tornadoes, part of a powerful storm that hammered North Texas last night, left 2 people dead as well as massive amounts of property damage. Numerous homes heavily damaged or demolished in the town of Runaway Bay. Parts of Oklahoma were also hit by the storms. One of the 2 largest wildfires in southeast Georgia continues to grow, now exceeding 31 square miles. The Dow futures down 38 points. This is SRN News.
If you're hearing my voice, chances are you're either worried about a parent living alone or you are that parent.
and you know your family worries about you too. Either way, there's a company that finally got senior safety right. Connected Caregiver. Connected Caregiver is everything you knew about alert devices, fall detection, emergency button, GPS, reimagined for today. There's a small wearable that alerts your family's phone the moment something happens. Inside your home, discrete sensors, no cameras, no microphones, just motion sensors have you covered even when you're not wearing it. No movement for hours, your loved ones will know. For the kids, you go from hoping everything's okay to knowing it is. And for you, you stay in your home on your terms while giving your precious family the peace of mind they've been asking for. That's not losing independence, that's keeping it. Visit ccgoffer.com to see if you qualify for a free device. It takes 2 minutes. That's ccgoffer.com, ccgoffer.com. Do it today.
The Michael film, it's bad reviews, it's sanitized and boring too. They're whitewashing his legacy, wanna rewrite his history. Comes up like propaganda, left out alleged abuse. No scene with Corey Feldman, thinking Jesus, just the movie's bad, it's bad, it's really bad, it's really bad. It's bad, so bad, the movie's bad, it's bad. What's it nice? Oh, whole accept the movie leaves out Michael Jackson's biopic is bad.
It is 8:16 on Newstalk 93.1 FM. That movie broke a lot of box office records.
Sure did.
Biographical pick.
It's the now the number one music biographical pick of all time.
Who else would that have been competing with? Like Johnny
Well,
Cash?
the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah, Freddie.
The Bob Dylan, Complete Unknown. Many, many over the years.
Well, of course, the Weeknd, it's gotten to the point where you almost feel like it's due. And I'm enjoying this incredible experience of getting to do the Stadium PA at the Biscuits game.
Yeah.
And I get a text from Rich in the top of the ninth inning. Oof. Shooting at the White House Correspondents' Center.
Shots fired.
Yeah. And the young man who was fantastic, who was directing me through the process.
Yeah.
I looked at him, I said, if I get word that the president was hit, I'm going to have to go to the radio station.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go live.
Sure.
Sure. And he said, no problem. It's a big deal. Fortunately, it didn't take long to determine that he was not hit. But once again, through all of this...
To watch the Secret Service operate is just amazing.
Yeah, I've seen so many different angles. J.D. Vance and how they protected him.
Mm-hmm.
The most interesting, though, was Cheryl Hines.
You said they picked up a chair?
They picked her up in the chair and whisked her away because she's with RFK Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So, they did some good work. But, man, maybe the most chilling video of all is that lunatic rushing across the lobby.
Fast he rushed through.
Yeah.
He came down a stairwell. Of course, how did he get in? Well, he was a guest at the hotel.
And right away, because how do we believe anything from the government after what we've learned over the last number of years? This afternoon, Tulsi Gabbard's going to reveal some very interesting stuff. But the thing that just annoyed me no end is that it was staged to justify the White House ballroom, which, by the way, is costing taxpayers nothing.
I just hate that.
Such beazel schmeazel. They're just shameless.
Day 72 that the Secret Service is not being paid.
Well, that didn't. I thought he took care of that. Didn't they get that in a funding? Or are they still not
yet? It could happen today. There's a possibility it'll happen today that they'll get that settled.
But Congress is getting paid.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm ready to give up on the entire bunch. And I mean both sides because they're pathetic. You can read about that in my May Boom magazine column. It's called Citizen Greg. Citizen Greg is pissed. 19 minutes after 8.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
I just saw a dispatch from the Storm Prediction Center. They have now elevated, the St. Louis is the bullseye today for a level 4 severe weather threat, including what they say could be violent tornadoes. So here we go again. It's been day after day after day in the middle of the country, and the tornado chasers will be out in masses again today on this big anniversary of the 15-year biggest tornado outbreak in U.S. history, including Alabama's horrific 252 people who died. Our forecast for today, we're quiet today, very warm with a high temperature up to about 87, partly cloudy, mid-60s tonight, 88 the high on Tuesday with a sun and cloud mix, spotty storms possible by the afternoon hours, then a better chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the overnight hours Tuesday night into Wednesday. Some of those storms strong, possibly severe. And then noticeably cooler behind the front, upper 70s Thursday, low 50s on Thursday night. Then a second storm system brings in the next round of showers and storms Friday night into Saturday. Right now this morning, 67 at Maxwell, 66 at Danley Field at 8:20.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
You gotta wake up, wake up. Wake up, you gotta wake up.
Can I ask you why?
Sure.
You're missing a great show.
Is it on now? It's a great show. Don't miss it, it's a great show.
Okay.
I wake up, I wake up.
You folks ready for a show?
You guys sound like you're ready for a show.
You bet I am.
You bet I am.
Let's get ready to
Whoa. That's copyright infringement.
It's showtime.
Lots of concerns on many levels and many angles about AI, but this is interesting. Lots of folks thought that AI and using it to write for you, I feel insulted whenever I put a message together and it says, would you like to improve this? I'm a professional.
Yeah, well,
I've been getting paid to write for over 25 years. But now the concern is that AI is too good. So there's a new app called Sincerely, which is deliberately misspelled, SINCERLY, which claims it connects the telltale signs of AI writing so that it looks and sounds more human. There are 3 different settings: subtle, human, and CEO. The website Gizmodo did a test by feeding one paragraph through each of the filters. Subtle added a few mistakes. Human was more messy, and the CEO had errors along with professionally clipped delivery and a rushback of initial capitals. Overall, it wasn't very impressive.
I gave it a document this weekend and asked it to look at it and clean it up and see if it can freshen it up a little bit, and it did a pretty good job. I had to change.
I wonder if it would do a better. Remember, it was a couple of years ago, I think we asked, was it Grok?
Yeah.
Or somebody to tell us about ourselves.
And they had me as a doctorate from Florida State University. And
Yeah, there were glaring, but on the other hand, a lot of it was correct.
Yes, a lot of it was amazingly correct.
We could have some fun with that. It's a holiday today. We're doing a very laid-back show. We do have Morning Maroon nominees coming up, though.
Very laid back. Yeah, laid back show.
All right. At the moment, though, at 8:23, we have 1819 News.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
1819 News.
Good morning. I'm Carl Brady for Andrea Tice. Alabama's congressional delegation promptly took to social media on Saturday night after shots were fired outside the ballroom where the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner was being held in Washington, D.C. The most forceful of the responses came from U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville, who called the suspect a lunatic, adding that demonization of the president and Republicans needs to end. Senator Katie Britt posted a response, as did most of Alabama's House delegation, who responded by condemning the violence. 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen of Torrance, California, was arrested on site after charging through a security checkpoint and shooting a Secret Service agent. More news to come after this.
Ryan Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
The National Lightning Safety Council has put Alabama in the top 10 ranking for the most lightning strike fatalities from 2016 to 2025. Alabama ranked number 3 with 11 recorded deaths since 2016. Most lightning strike deaths occur while people are working or enjoying outdoor leisure activities. Amtrak is investigating a crash involving one of its trains and a semi-trailer near Mobile Sunday morning. Train 23, or the Mardi Gras train, struck the truck on CSX tracks around 7:20 a.m. 48 passengers were on board and none were hurt, but several crew members were treated for injuries at the
For
scene.
more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Well, we have an accident this morning, Ann Street, right at I-85. Please use caution there. Also, I-65 northbound to 85 northbound in that curve off on the right, got an accident there. We're also hearing we may have a second accident, 85 northbound up around Court Street. Virginia Loop Road and Troy Highway, 4-vehicle accident there. And up in Wetumpka, southbound on 231, right near the McDonald's, got an accident there. Please be safe out there this morning. We will keep you updated. McKinnon Toyota just received a shipment of Toyota 4Runners. Financing as low as 2.9%, plus you get small town service. They're family owned. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Montgomery Men's Health salutes the man everyone depends on. You, the grill master. Your family don't have to go out to eat. You carry the load. You solve the problems. Mr. Fix It. But when you're off, we all feel it. And what happens when the gas runs out? When the strength drops, when the transmission stalls, and I ain't just talking about your truck. Male performance is complicated. Treating low T and ED requires technical precision, and that's where Montgomery Men's Health shines. We've been conquering this since 2014, long before every strip mall had a low T sign. We started this clinic to level you up, to help separate fact from internet fiction, hype from the successful realities we see every day. What works 92% of the time versus what might work online. And we keep getting better. Better service, better care, better value. And for $99, you'll receive a lab panel in minutes and a consultation with our medical provider. Don't wait. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
It's time to show Mom how much you appreciate her with a Jenny Lynn's floral creation for Mother's Day. Skip the grocery store flowers and make one quick call. 285-1000. Roses, lilies, beautiful bouquets, and gift baskets designed just for Mom. Call Jenny Lynn's Creations, 285-1000.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Hello?
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
The new Amazon Echo has everyone asking Alexa for help.
What time is it? What is wrong with this
blasted thing.
But the latest technology isn't always easy to use for people of a certain age.
These kids done bought me a busted machine again.
That's why Amazon partnered with AARP to present the new Amazon Echo Silver, the only smart speaker device designed specifically to be used by the greatest generation. It's super loud and responds to any name even remotely close to Alexa, so they can find out the weather.
Allegra, what is the weather outside?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Huh?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Where?
Outside.
What about it?
The temperature outside is 74 degrees and sunny.
I don't know about that.
The latest in sports.
Clarissa, how many did old Satchel strike out last night?
Satchel Paige died in 1982.
How many did he get?
Satchel Paige is dead.
He what now?
Died.
Who did?
Satchel Paige.
Oh. I don't know about that.
Even local news and pop culture.
Anita, what them boys up to across the street?
They are just playing.
They what now?
They are just playing.
You see they just playing now?
Yes, they are just playing.
I don't know about that.
To smart devices like your thermostat.
Alessandra, turn the heat up.
The room is already 100 degrees.
Are you trying to kill me, Alizé?
The new Amazon Echo Silver plays all the music they loved when they were young.
Angela, play black jazz.
Playing, jazz.
It also has a quick scan feature to help them find things.
Emilia, where did I put the phone?
The phone is in your right hand.
And it has an feature for long rambling stories.
So then I gave him $5, and he said I only gave him $1. I said, I know I gave you a $5. Because I only had a 5 and a 1 on me. And this is the $1 right here. So, I mean, you tell me who's crazy.
Amazon Echo Silver. Get yours today. I said get yours today.
To order Amazon Echo Silver, send a check or money order to Amazon.com right now.
It is 8:31 on News Talk 93.1 FM. The market opening 5 points down. Now it's up 40. Maybe there's some news coming from the Middle East that's good. I don't know.
Strait of Hormuz.
We have seen this virtually every day. Sometimes it's a vast shift from down to up, or it starts out positive and then something happens during the day and they get shaky. It's just been crazy. But Brant McDonald will have the day for us at 5:15 on Happy Hour. David Blackman from 3:30 to 5 today as we do our bi-weekly tour of the never-ending American Idiocracy. This is something that I started to notice very subtly doing this job, and then I kind of took it personally. It seemed like people weren't calling as often as they used to. Then I got a couple of shows, talk shows on Sirius XM that I listen to, baseball shows. And they added this feature where if you didn't feel like talking, you could text your thoughts as long as you put your name and hometown along with the message. And now here's evidence today, according to a new study. I should give this the proper introduction.
Curing disease, ending world hunger, protecting our fragile planet. All challenges that went completely ignored in order to conduct this critical research.
All right, this is a study from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and Arizona, a conjunctive research program that said in 2005, we would speak about 16,632 words every day. That seems like a lot.
It is.
But by 2019, that number had fallen to 11,900. That's a decrease of about 28%. The study didn't have data more recent than that, but the thinking is that it's even fewer words now, and I would believe that post-pandemic.
Now, these are words we speak,
Yes.
not necessarily text.
Just throughout the course of the day.
Speak.
If your phone had a word counter along with a step counter, would you say you speak more words in a day or take more steps in a given day?
more words, probably.
The reason given is a shift in technology, especially. God, I hate it when people say it that way. And I just did it.
Especially.
Please give me a moment of self-loathing. Also, emails, social lives retreating into online spaces, readily available information services that require less interaction. Quick example. I had a package that I sent to somebody last week in Georgia, and I hadn't heard from them whether or not they had received it. So on the day it was supposed to be delivered, I called the customer service number for this company. And I had a complete, perfect conversation with a completely AI-driven source.
Oh, is that right?
Complete robot type thing.
Yeah.
She knew what question I was going to ask next and answered it before I even had a chance to ask. And guess what? She was 100% accurate because within half an hour, I found out the package had been delivered. Experts are concerned about the trend because talking requires you to pay attention to what the other person is saying, formulate a response, control your physical reaction, all within about 200 milliseconds. These interpersonal skills are more important to learn, develop, and master, and it's slightly more common among younger people. Each year, people under 25 lost an average of 451 words a day, while those older than 25 lost 314. Experts say our shortened attention span might also make it harder to hold conversations, and that, pardon me, I'm too drunk to talk.
Yeah.
That could eat into itself if you consider that attention spans could be decreasing because we're having fewer conversations. But
I bet you most of the customer service calls that we're going to have in the future are all going to be AI.
Probably.
Yeah.
So think about it, our ratings went up, but the number of calls over the last 2 or 3 years, basically since COVID, has kind of declined. And there's by the way, no correlation between the number of phone calls you get and how many people are listening.
We should investigate a text outlet for our show too.
I think it would help. Possibly. I mean, we can get feedback on the YouTube feed right away.
I noticed George Norrie even has.
See, there you go. I mean, that show has a huge, faithful national audience.
Sure does.
But not even they want to talk to him. Try not to take this personally, friends. At 8:37.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, work for the best in the business.
I think we are now 41 days, if I'm not mistaken, without a tornado warning in the state of Alabama, while it's been just crazy in other states, just day after day. Very warm here again today with a high temperature up to about 87, mostly sunny skies. Partly cloudy, mild tonight, overnight low temperature in the mid-60s. 88 the high tomorrow on Tuesday, sun and cloud mix with spotty storms in the afternoon hours possible. A better chance of showers and thunderstorms beginning in the overnight hours Tuesday night into Wednesday, and some of those storms could be strong, possibly severe. Noticeably cooler than behind the front. Upper 70s Thursday, low 50s Thursday night. A second storm system with the next round of showers and storms arriving Friday night into Saturday. And right now this morning, we're already in the upper 60s. It's 67 out at Maxwell at 8:39.
Posted your blog, but just curious, the latest time frame you have for this potentially severe weather?
Yeah, I would say for us locally, late Tuesday night into Wednesday, but northwest Alabama could be under the gun today, tonight, tomorrow night, and shifting southward on Wednesday.
And what was their rainfall totals Friday night, Saturday morning?
Oh my gosh, I had a 900ths of an inch. What did you have? Do you know what you had in Prattville?
Don't, but I can check.
Yeah.
Probably not very much.
900ths of an inch altogether. And very disappointing. However, the prospects for the week ahead look pretty good. Knock on Formica. So we'll see.
Well, you know what it is. We have
0.10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And about the
Same
same.
deal. Airport had 0.09.
Here's something interesting. In Cloverdale, we have a lot of nature, a lot of trees.
Mm-hmm.
And during the summer months, the crickets and frogs can make a lot of racket. And I heard nothing this entire spring. Saturday night, the crickets came back. And then last night, the frogs. I mean, they're very loud.
The frogs are annoying.
Yeah.
I can't stand frogs.
What is the creature you
I
really
don't like cicadas because that's pretty much any time during the day. Frogs at night though, man, when they get going, it is annoying.
Well, frankly, now that there's a food source there, the crickets, the frogs are saying, "Come have dinner and let's make baby frogs."
Right. That's the only reason they make the noise is because they're mating or trying to. That's it.
It's very sexy.
So apparently to frogs it is.
Stick your head out the front door and it's more like that's it.
Yeah.
That's the noise you hear. And I want to thank my daughter for providing me with that beloved sound effect.
She's grateful that you played it.
Well, and it's also absolute positive evidence that she's my kid too. Where do you think she learned that skill? 841.
Well, we have some accidents still being worked. I-65 northbound to 85 northbound in the curve. We have a bunch of vehicles off on the right. Please watch out for those. Also, 85 northbound near Court Street, we had a minor accident off on the right. We think that one might still be there, but use caution. Also, Troy Highway at Virginia Loop, 4-vehicle accident earlier, and 231 southbound in Wetumpka, right near the McDonald's. Watch out for a 2-vehicle accident there. They should be wrapping that one up. We will keep you updated. Registration going on now at Trenton State Community College for summer classes, which begin May 20th. That date is fast approaching. Change your life. Go to TrentonState.edu for all the information. Buckle up with the Jay Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Strobel to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
Don't miss the River Region Healthy Living Expo happening Thursday, April 30th from 10 to 2 at the Shops at East Chase. From senior health to total wellness, it's all here and admission is free. Learn more in the Check It Out section at WAKA.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast.
Very nice.
I get up in the morning about 6 a.m. Have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot. Push down the lever and the wires get hot. I get toast. Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side, and you make your selection. Push to the dark or the light, and then, if a pop's too soon, press down again. Make toast. When the first caveman drove in from the dregs, didn't know what would go with the bacon and the eggs. Must have been a genius, got it in his head. Plug the toaster in the wall, buy a bag of bread, make toast. Oui, monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Oh, présentez-vous un verre? Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oh, oui, Marie, baguette, bonsoir. French toast! French toast!
All right, folks, gather round. It's time for the Morning Maroons, where brilliance goes to die. Yes, these are real criminals. Yes, they had a plan. No, it did not involve thinking. If you rob a store with your ankle monitor on, locked your keys in a getaway car, or posted your confession on Facebook. Congratulations, Einstein. Greg presents Morning Maroons.
We have such a diverse. Doesn't make you happy when you hear the word diverse? No. We start with, and I hate it whenever a police officer winds up in this thing because we know in general they got a tough job, no matter what city it is. We just don't have enough of them here. Does anybody notice that? Police department in Florida, I should have asked you, guess what state?
I'm going to say Florida.
It's Florida. Is addressing a concerning video online that appears to show one of its officers in a marked patrol car racing another driver. Here is the department's public information officer, Oscar Rowe, talking about the incident.
The biggest reason we put out the press release is we want to make sure that not everyone paints the picture that this is what the Homestead Police Department does.
Homestead? Wow. Now I'm shocked because that's a pretty buttoned down little place.
Yeah.
Way south of Miami. That's, of course, where Hurricane Andrew did most of its damage.
Sure did.
Yeah. Okay. Now we go to Louisiana, where a Chinese restaurant's freezer apparently contained roadkill.
Is it spoiled? Heat, moisture, and bacterial growth are the main causes of meat spoilage. Ideally, you want that meat to be stored at 40 degrees or less. The longer it's there, our moist, humid environment lends itself to bacterial growth. So that's going to be the primary concern. You have to contact LDWF and ask for that authorization. Illegal possession of a deer, which would be possession from roadkill, essentially, is a Class 4 violation in Louisiana.
Well, as long as it's fresh.
Yeah, but and it was a deer.
Yeah.
But do you really think that's the only roadkill they've served in that
I don't
place?
want to even think about it.
I predict they will not be in business long, and believe me, in Louisiana, people will eat anything. Yeah, man, I got probably, I use the word diversity, which I really don't like. You talk about the range of restaurant choices you have there. It's about as wide as you're going to get anywhere.
You really don't know when you're being served food what the story is, the whole story behind that food. You don't
want to know.
Yeah.
Most of the time, anyway. Back to Florida, Rich.
Okay.
A 37-year-old woman was found in a Tesla. We have different trust levels in machines. Some people in the office won't take their eyes off a coffee maker the entire time it's brewing. Other people are just fine passing out in the driver's seat of a car. This woman named Kimberly Brown was found and a Tesla parked in the middle lane of a highway. She'd apparently gotten hammered at twice the legal limit, then hopped into her Tesla with autopilot on, thinking it would just get her safely home on its own. That did not happen. There are monitors in self-driving cars like this that ensure you're alert and following along. She was passed out and wasn't responding, so the vehicle just shut itself down right in the middle of the road.
Is that right?
Apparently, the salesman didn't explain this feature on the car. Detectives are still investigating the incident, determining where Kimberly was coming from and why she decided to get behind the wheel. Pretty obvious that she is going to be looking at DUI charges at the very least. So we've had a couple of these with Waymos. Now we have one with a Tesla. So the car, that's interesting. The car does check
to see if you're awake and alive and paying attention, or it'll shut down.
So
I don't know. I think the disturbing roadkill at the Chinese restaurant sort of stands out in my mind and creeps me out.
Yeah. I mean, there are other types of restaurants you might worry about. Well, I mean, I just read a story this morning about how they saved a whole bunch of dogs from a but that wasn't here. That was not local. Yeah, I agree. The roadkill.
Where was the restaurant? That roadkill restaurant?
Louisiana.
Ah,
there's a lot of roadkill there too. Some of it, it's hard to recognize the species too. I mean, I think
after it's hit, I assume, right?
Well, usually you can still tell, but I saw something that looked like chupacabra.
What an imbecile! What an ultramaroon!
Traffic is brought to you by Dillon Rings. Dillon Rings has great watches and beautiful rings. Or have Josh design a piece of jewelry for you. Shop Dillon Rings now at 119 Brown Springs Road. And check them out on Facebook.
32% of us eat salt from the bottom of something, but what is it? We'll tell you coming up.
Well, we continue to be a little bit busy this morning. We've got some accidents that are about to wrap up. I-65 northbound to 85 northbound in the curve there. Please watch out for emergency vehicles. Also, Troy Highway at Virginia Loop had a 4-vehicle accident there earlier. Also in Wetumpka, Highway 231 right near the McDonald's in the southbound lanes. That one should be clear, but use caution just in case. Keep it here. We'll update you if any new accidents happen. Come by Thompson Tractor in Montgomery and check out their incredible selection of used equipment at their used equipment sales center. See the machines that get the big jobs done. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up with the Trey Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And this is one decision where local makes all the difference. Don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, or 1-800-lenders who don't even know your name, much less your neighborhood. Those lenders are often sitting in some faraway state, reading from a script, and chasing volume, not relationships. A local lender understands the market you live in, or should I say that we live in. At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can look at us in the eye and trust us with one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Local lenders don't disappear after closing day. Our reputation is built right here, one family at a time. So before you pick up the phone and call a stranger, remember us, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon at Alabama Home Mortgage. You deserve guidance from someone who knows the community because they're a part of it. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I rolled up my sleeves in Congress,
and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
Hey, this is Troop with Heirloom Jewelers. I've been advertising at Blue Water for going on 3 years now. Since starting advertising at Blue Water, we have seen our business grow exponentially. And if you would like to see your business grow, I suggest advertising at Blue Water Broadcasting.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Once again, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos.
It is I, Jeff Bezos, reporting from Costa Rica aboard my super yacht. Sorry, I meant mega yacht. I always get those mixed up. Anywho, I'm here on a very special mission to save the sharks. As you know, sharks are vicious predators who gobble up everything in their paths. So I can totally relate to them. They're like my jaws from another maw. Mark my word, I shall make the shark population flourish, and they will want to thank me. How? Well, you know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their frickin' heads. And don't give me no sea bass.
It is just a minute shy of 9 o'clock. Do you recall that story from last week where somebody who was involved in the operations in Iran, who had inside information?
$400,000. He bet on, I guess this was a betting thing about when this would happen.
Well, now you can bet on anything.
You can.
Yeah.
And this guy made a killing because he knew what time that was going to happen. He got caught.
Yeah. So wrong. Jeez.
Here's another example. That guy needs to go to jail, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Not just lose the money. French authorities are investigating allegations that somebody manipulated a temperature sensor because you can bet on the temperature at Charles de Gaulle Airport. Readings spiked twice in April, coinciding with large payouts on polymarket predictions platforms.
God.
On April 6th and 15th, temperatures reached 21 Celsius, 22 Celsius, far exceeding forecasts. The odds of temperatures above 18 Celsius on both days were estimated at 1%.
Now, are you telling me they're betting on the temperature outside the airport?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's what they found out.
I thought you meant they were betting on the temperature inside the airport. Because you said somebody must have adjusted the...
No, this is the outside air temperature.
Okay. All right.
Well, the French police, or the Sûreté, fancy, makes it sound fancy, did an investigation, and they found out that somebody was using a hairdryer
near the thermometer.
To make it spike.
Wow! So they could win the bet. Yeah.
It's kind of getting out of control.
What you can bet on now is just unbelievable.
Anything.
I hate to say this, but I'm going to be interested to see if there was a line on the next time somebody tries to kill the president.
There probably was for that night.
Why not? Like you say, you can bet on anything.
Actually, you know what? I think there were bets that Trump wouldn't speak at all.
Oh,
which he didn't.
Not until afterwards.
No, but he didn't speak at the event.
No.
And that got some money.
This is what I don't understand, though. He didn't announce he was going to even attend it until Friday.
Right.
How did this guy get a room at that hotel days ahead of time?
I mean, that's a good question.
Also, he took a train.
Yeah, it took a train across the
all
country.
over the place to confuse people.
Which, I mean, if you're doing that, you would have had to have known way in advance that was going to be the case.
If it happens, we'll cover it right here all day.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's River.